Hello everyone, this is SWTOR Snoopy here, back with an Star Wars Republic video. Today I have for you guys another Star Wars Republic mini guide. In today's mini guide, we're going to be going over the community links. So this is going to be a kind of a talk, but also at the same time I feel like it's still a guide where I'm going to just be going over all of the different community links, how you can really get connected into the Star Wars The Old Republic community, and just really everything that is out there. I feel like this is something that will be useful not only for just new or returning players, but also as an extra option to, of course, just really get acquainted, and to also just know and talk to different people about all things Star Wars The Old Republic. It should also actually be mentioned that I will have all the links in the description down below, just on everything I do talk about. So I hope you guys enjoy this Star Wars Republic mini guide video. If you guys do, then make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and let's get right into this guide. Alrighty guys, let's get into this guide right now. So the first thing that I feel like is the most important is going to be Reddit. Now, Reddit is a website where essentially you can post, threads on different things that you want to discuss and talk about. People can upvote or downvote these threads. They can comment on them and all of that different stuff. And there is an unofficial Star Wars The Old Republic subreddit, which is r/SWTOR. And personally, I think this is a very, very great place to start if you want to just get connected with the community and see what people are talking about in general. I feel like it is a place to essentially kind of get feedback and just see opinions, views, and all that different stuff. Or quite possibly just, get news. I feel like it's something that is useful if you want essentially all things Star Wars The Old Republic. But I do recommend checking essentially checking the rules before you actually post, because I know that they do have some rules that are actually, on the subreddit itself. They have a lot of different links if you are a new and or returning player. They have, comparisons. They have essentially everything you really need. Personally, just, if you just want to find a bunch of things related to Star Wars Republic in one place, I feel like it is a very good place to start. It's also a place that you can just meet up with other players and do stuff if you do so choose. But for the meeting other players, there's definitely another way to do that. And that moves into my second little community link. And that is guilds. So this is just in Star Wars Republic itself. For example, I am in a guild called Tragic Heroes. So that means that these are players essentially where I am, I have the 624 members. Obviously, they're not all active at all times. But this is a little community that essentially I'm in, where I can communicate and talk to different players, just, all over the place. I think this is cool because guilds are a way to kind of meet with players and people that really just want to share common interest in the game, or they just do similar content and they just want other people to do it with. This is also a really nice place if you want to just meet other players, communicate with them, and just do content in the game. Because personally, I feel like, if you are playing an MMO, for example, obviously this game, then you definitely do want to be with players and, of course, do content together, because it is a very, very big aspect of the game as a whole. Now, the next one is the SWTOR, or the SWTOR forums. Now, these are, a really good place if you want to see just a general feedback. I believe that you can only post on the forums if you are subscribed to the game. So the people that you are seeing on the forums are actually subscribed, paying $15 a month, or different plans. These are the players that are just supporting the game in that aspect. And I feel like it's also a good place to see, just the public, just the public view of everything. I feel like some people don't exactly like the Star Wars The Old Republic forums. Personally, I like it just as equally as Reddit. I know that some people will disagree with that, but But I think it's good to see varying opinions, since a lot of people do like to just state things, how it is on the forums. But at the same time, you do have to take things with a grain of salt, because sometimes posts can be, a little out there, and or just, can be a little controversial in that sense. But then again, that really can happen with almost any community, and that also can happen with the Reddit. But obviously, that the forums also have rules as well, so you just need to keep those in mind. And then the next one that kind of relates to the channel you're watching right now is social media platforms. So this can include, YouTube, just the guide sites that people create, Twitter, just essentially everything social media-wise. And you could say that Reddit is included in this aspect as well, which I can kind of agree with. But all these different forms of social media are a very good way to just find community links, just kind of get involved in that sense. Since you can obviously just find people creating a video content for the game, you can find people making written guides, just people just discussing the game in an open platform. I feel like, social media is a very good aspect, not only just for the game, but everything in general, since it can allow people to state their own opinions and to get news out there to everyone just playing something similar or doing a similar topic. It's definitely something that should be considered and something that should be looked at. And personally, I think it is a very good option. One thing that I would recommend, of course, is definitely on YouTube and Twitch. I think a good thing to do is watch, a lot of different streamers and people that do create content for Star Wars Republic. Because not only does it allow you to see other people's opinions on the game, but it does allow you to see guides and also just how to improve. Since there are some very, very good Star Wars Republic players that actually stream and create video content. So it is a good option if you do want to kind of like learn new things about the game, and or you just want to improve yourself as a player, and or if you just want to learn about news and just things going on in the whole entire state of the game. And then last but not least, I'm gonna go with Discord channels. Now, Discord is an app where you can communicate with other users through text and of course voice. This could also be kind of signified and in the same realm of just TeamSpeak, just Mumble, Ventrilo, all the different voice programs. But personally, I think after using it for a while, Discord is definitely a very, very good option. People can create servers, just all that different stuff. It's a very good way to just openly communicate with people, because obviously Star Wars Republic does not have voice chat. It does have text chat, but I feel like in general, when it comes down to these types of games, having a Discord channel or being in one is a very, very good option. One that I will link, of course, in the description down below is the Star Wars The Old Republic Discord channel. I think this is a very good place to start and can allow you to find different communities in the game. And I feel like it is something to heavily consider if you just want to find more community links and just go through the game together with a group. So that's going to be it for this Star Wars Republic mini guide. I do apologize if I did drag on in some different points, but I feel like this is a video that was necessary to make as people do want to kind of know how to get into the community, and or they just want to see just the different available things to just look at in the community to just get involved. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Star Wars Republic video. If you did, then make sure to leave a like. And if you want to support me in more ways than one, the Patreon link, among other things, are in the description down below. Once again, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.